Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. I am your host, as always, Larry, now the Beardless Wonder. With me, as always, is my co-host, partner in crime, Eddie Nestle Chocolate Ball, one Magic Head V. There it is. It'll come to me.
Everybody, somehow my sister found some Boston baked beans at Walmart. They don't sell them in Illinois, and they just appeared magically. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, but hey, everybody.
Give me that stupid fucking candy that nobody likes.
No, everybody here in Illinois loves it. This
shit is fucking terrible.
I think you're making stuff up, Ed.
Nope, that everybody used to.
I call bullshit.
Nope,
it's the
little box, put it on your 15-cent, and you would be straight.
I see the lemon heads; those are awesome.
Those are good, and now laters. Well, instead of calling them now and laters, we just call them now laters, like NOUNLATER.
I'm more of a lemon drops person.
Ugh.
Ew, you're just wow.
Oh, but go ahead.
You eat bridge mix, don't you?
Ew.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Right.
What is happening right now? What is all this garbage right now?
Go ahead, Larry. Finish introducing our host, or who's joining us.
Back from his vacation, and I fucked off into Wonderland. Is Corey in ultra high def? Derek, what up?
I'm back, Larry. I'm sorry. I can't handle the beardless Larry. I need to cut out a beard from a piece of paper and just paste it on my screen in front of your face. And
You'll Photoshop this on in post production, aren't you?
Wow. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna.
It makes you feel any better. There's actually some scruff there if you get up close. It's coming.
Man, I can't handle it. I don't know if I can handle it.
It'll be back.
You can handle it.
Anyways, I'm back.
About fucking time.
I'm sorry. Dude, I totally...
You and your vacation bullshit. Some of us don't take vacations.
I do.
I'm sorry.
Because part one of my vacation is done. Now I just got to do part two. And then part
yes.
two. Yes.
And joining us for the first time ever, special guest, Jesse Douglas. What up?
Not much. Tired.
He doesn't get a cool nickname like we do.
Jesse from around the network, Douglas there.
Jesse the X Douglas.
Wow.
Or J-Dog or all the stereotypical
Jesse, I just
like J-Dog. What the wait?
What is this? 1997?
J-Dog or my old rap name Chilla-G.
Chilla-G. Did you wear
please rap, Jesse? Please rap.
Did
for
you
us
wear?
right now.
No.
Did you wear Jinko?
I wasn't good then, and I'm not good now.
Did you wear Jinko pants and a red T-shirt or something?
No, I didn't look like Fred Durst.
Why did Corey lips turn to a frown?
No, I feel his pain because I used to be called that. Everyone would say, "Oh, you look like Fred Durst" when I was in high school all the time too. So I used to hear that all the time.
I see none of that, Corey. I see it but you.
Yeah, more then than now, but for me,
and now joining us is Corey Hudson Durst.
I'm so mad that he looked. Hold on. I'm so mad that he had on a hip Jay-Z look, and then he do some white person wave like.
Corey, I'm gonna need a verse of break.
Like he just won Miss America,
right? Hi,
Miss Ohio.
I have a picture of myself in front of the Miss America statue. If you want to see it.
Oh, good.
Why is there a Miss America statue?
I don't know. So we were in Atlantic City and we were walking down the boardwalk and it says, Miss America statue here. And it's this weird, bronze statue thing. And it's just standing there with a crown.
Those never look good.
Crown. And you're just like, how many heads have been in that thing?
Wow.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. That means two things. Oh, anyways.
Well,
Miss America, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Well, Larry,
there she is, Miss America.
Larry, what have you been playing?
I sat down with a couple things briefly this week. I played a little bit of the beginning of Bayonetta finally.
Ooh, yes.
Finally? Gosh, took you long.
Finally. I know. I'm a busy individual. So, the beginning of that game is like John Woo fucked Hideo Kojima. And you would get the beginning of Bayonetta.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I can think to describe it as. That's all it is.
Well, probably mud of Vaseline wrestling, because the look, I was just like, ooh, this game looks muddy. Like Vaseline was put all across that. I'm like, this is not HD. Like,
That might just be your TV, Ed.
No,
You gotta quit smearing Vaseline on it.
Looking at Bayonetta 2 on Wii U, and then the 360 version of Bayonetta, you'd be like, ugh, what the heck is this?
I think a psychologist would say that you're projecting. You're seeing what you want to see.
The psychologist needs to go get his eyes checked.
Eddie just wants to see Bayonetta smeared in Vaseline.
No.
Uh-oh, Eddie's got a thing for the hair witch.
No. Phoenix Wright, yes, but Bayonetta, no.
I heard Eddie asked Phoenix Wright out on a date once, and his answer was objection.
No.
Oh, well. So, I haven't gotten far into it, but I've played some of it at least. What else did I play? I played a little bit of Transformers Devastation because it's been sitting on my shelf for almost a year, and I still haven't cracked it open. And while I have great appreciation for all the Gen 1 love, is a game, it just doesn't feel good. It feels so
repetitive in a way.
That and generic.
Is that the fight? Is that the fighting one?
Yeah, it's kind of like a brawler.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the art style. I like the reverence for the source material. The game does not feel good. And it makes me sad because I want to love it and I can't. So,
quick question.
That breaks my heart.
Did you try to recore the new the update?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nope. But I did come to a sad realization today too about what I'm playing and what I'm not playing. Realized I think I'm going to go trade in my copy of Splatoon 2.
Oh.
I played it some. It's not bad, but I don't have the time to sink into it consistently, and that's one of those games that it just feels like if you're not in that game regularly, there's no keeping up with it, and it just becomes not fun anymore. And so I ran into that a lot with Splatoon 1. I jumped in a little bit late on it, and I had some fun with the single player, but just getting into the meat of that game, which was the multiplayer, I couldn't do. Yeah. There was more nuance there than I cared to dig into, and it made me sad to realize that, but it's one of those things. So I think I'm going to trade it in while I can get a little extra bump on my trade and pay off my copy of Samus Returns.
Okay.
That's kind of how it is for me with Overwatch. Because, that's another game that you really got to put a lot of time in if you really want to be good at it. And that's why I always go back to Siege, because I put a lot of time in that and I have everything unlocked and, I know what I'm doing and I want to play Overwatch, but at the same time, I just know it wouldn't be fun for a while.
Yeah. It's not just putting in a lot of time, it's putting in time consistently too.
Yeah.
If you step away from that thing for like a week and a half, you're going to come back to it and go, the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that's how it is even with Siege for me, because I do for a while, I won't play it for like a couple of months and then come back and will, suck it up for a little while until I get used to it again.
Right. Other than that, played a little Portal. Actually, playing a little Portal, just because it's a nice decompression game. Stretches the brain in just the right ways, and I'm okay playing the first one without any volume because, as much as I appreciate the humor, there's just not nearly as much of it as there is in the second one.
Exactly.
So
I love the second Portal. I haven't played the first.
I haven't played, nailed it.
I haven't played the first one, but
Really?
Yeah, because
I've never played Portal.
I didn't own.
Really?
Yeah, because at that time I wasn't buying PC games, and I didn't own the orange box and for 360.
Yeah, and I like the Portal games for the same reason I like Nintendo. A lot of Nintendo games, the whole like using your brain to like figure things out, and they just did a really good job of it, making it making it interesting while solving things at the same time.
And it's funny, and I understand with Portal 2, I understand why people gave it Game of the Year when it came out. And I felt like, yeah, this deserves that 10. That it deserves like that A.
Oh, it does. I mean, the gameplay is fantastic, the puzzles are brilliant, and the writing is phenomenally fucking hilarious. You're hard pressed to really find much of anything to complain about with Portal 2. So, they took the basic premise and they expanded on it in just a delightful manner.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's most of what's been on my plate today, or this week in general.
Right.
Eddie, the hell have you been playing?
I finished Mass Effect Andromeda on Xbox One, doing some more of the side quests. It's very weird on how that last boss fight goes. It's not really so much as a boss fight; it just feels like a regular mission. And then you get the credits. And then you go back into the world and finish some side stuff that you want to finish, and like talk to your crew members, and then it's like a eulogy, and the game just goes on from there. But I finished that. Been playing a lot of Nier Automata on PlayStation 4, and I gotta say, I don't think that's gonna make. I thought that was gonna be on my Game of the Year list, but it's not. Like I'm very kind of feel like that the game is average. Like it loses its spark after a certain point. And I still got to play a little bit more, finish up the missions. The fighting is still good. Like I love when I'm fighting the robots and doing my combos and stuff, but it feels a little bit not too repetitive, but it kind of starts to get bland and a little bit boring. It's just like, okay, you guys throw me some action, or just give me level by level. Don't give me this open world, because you put me in this open world place, but it still feels empty. And it's just like I'm running and there's really not many robots to fight. But I'm somewhat enjoying it, but it's not on my Game of the Year list that I thought it would be. Horizon Zero Dawn doing the new game plus. I know Corey's going to be speaking about that. And I really can't wait to our discussion that we have about that. But I'm going to be trying to get some more stuff. I'm going to try to get this armor that's on it and do some of the stuff that I missed on my first playthrough. Cause I'm about 3 more levels, before I hit level 50 and before I get that, trophy. So I'm working on that. I actually just got my Quantum Break back from my Xbox One, so I'm going to be start playing that in a few. For 3DS, more Project X Zone 2, and then hopefully this week I'll hook up my Wii U and get into some Wii U games. I meant to do it a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry, everybody, but I've been trying to work on PlayStation 4, Xbox One games, and getting ready for that, because like Knack 2 is about to come out, Destiny 2 is about to come out, and then I want to be ready when I do get my Switch. Mario and Rabbids, Pokken DX. Want to be ready for Samus Returns. Want to be ready for there's a whole bunch of games that's coming out in this month, and like the backlog stuff. So I'm just trying to get ready for that. So I'm trying to get a lot of my backlog stuff done. But other than that, that's all I actually been playing. And Ease, Origins for PS4 is what I've been playing.
Right on.
So,
And Corey, what did you play while you were off in La La Land for a week?
Well, honestly, I didn't play any games while I was on vacation, but when I came home last night, I finished Horizon. I platinumed Horizon.
yay!
My first trophy. Yay! Oh my gosh, dude, that game was really good. And wow, I mean, like I love Zelda to death. Like that game was really, really, really good earlier this year. But Horizon and like Aloy as a character and just the way they kind of like pulled that ending off, like not necessarily the final boss because it was just more of the same of like just a bigger corrupted version of other boss fights in the game. But like the way they pulled the story together, like I didn't think they were going to pull off an ending like they did. And it was pretty spectacular. I don't want to spoil it because I know people are still playing it and everything, but like they pulled off some really, really solid story and character moments, and I just, man, it's gonna. Zelda and Horizon are really bad. It's, man, I'm struggling.
I still feel that Breath of the Wild is over Horizon. And then that's just me, but we'll probably have that private discussion. Like, I know we'll have a bigger discussion.
Well, we'll have that. We'll have that for like a Game of the Year discussion, yeah. I'm sure.
But there's another issue with that we're going to have that discussion with later on down the line. But like, I understand what you're talking about, and I somewhat agree with you. But I still feel that Breath of the Wild does something more than Horizon does. I think it really shows that Guerrilla Games could really make some action open world game other than Killzone. So, you know, they're getting more recognition than Naughty Dog in a sense.
Yeah, I've only really watched like gameplay. You know, obviously I haven't played Horizon, but yeah, what I've watched, it looks like a lot of fun, and for it to be the first game in the franchise or series or whatever you want to call it, and to pull off as good as they did, I mean, they definitely should be praised.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. Guerrilla has always been a strong studio, but they've been stuck on Killzone, right? I mean, like, Killzone 1 was supposed to be the Halo killer, and it never was. And then Sony did the thing where they needed a shooter to compete, so they stuck Guerrilla on Killzone 2 and 3. And, you know, Shadowfall was an okay launch title. But for this to be their first game outside of a linear first-person shooter experience, for this to be an open-world RPG, and I've said this a million times on wherever I'm at, like, they killed it with a first run at an open world RPG. Like,
yes.
I was expecting it to break down at some point and be like, okay, I see a bunch of major issues, but the issues I have with the game are very minor, and they're all minor because I played Breath of the Wild before Horizon. Like, climbing is an issue. Like, you climb everything. Something else too that I really missed from Zelda was when you're up really high and you just want to jump off and just go, the glider from Zelda is missing. And like, you know, I don't know if they take that into consideration, if that's even going to be in the next game, whatever. But my thing,
not only that was getting to abuse the glider to get you like halfway across the map.
Oh, I know. I know. And like, you have the Guardians shoot at you, but they ground and you just use the airlifts to fly even farther. Oh, yeah.
Fire arrows midair work great for that too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Didn't even think of that. Wow. Okay.
Corey's gonna go boot up Zelda now and try that shit. See how far he can get.
Yep, I might. You are not wrong. But the thing fix are very minor. I want them to fix the way Aloy controls a little bit. I wish she felt lighter. I wish she felt more agile, more. And I mean, I've made this comparison from Gears 1 to Gears 3, where those characters by 3 felt very light, very agile. They could move quicker, whereas in Gears 1 they felt very big and bulky and tanky. And that's how I feel Aloy controls. And if they can make her control better and feel lighter and feel more agile than she felt, like, I mean, the bow mechanics are great. The trap mechanics are cool. Like the different enemy types are great. I can't wait to see how they top battling a giant T-Rex and flying giant bird. I want to see, like, I don't even know at this point, some woolly mammoths, I guess.
I want them to get rid of the resource system.
They're not going to, because it's an RPG.
But it didn't work.
That's a key part. It worked fine.
It didn't work.
They need to make the resources a little bit more sparing, but they're not going to get rid of it because it's an RPG.
They need to give you, because the thing about it is that you could be doing a long battle and it's not guaranteed that you got that resource. And you have to use those resources to upgrade your stuff at a person who's selling you things. But it's just like, well, if I'm supposed to buy everything, why can I not just find the resources and make it myself? Why do I gotta go to you to give you these resources to buy? And if I'm missing one part that I need, now I gotta go across half of the whole map, fight that enemy, and if that enemy doesn't get it, now I gotta try to go back and find that enemy again and keep grinding to get that one piece or get that many pieces. Just to get that equipment. And it's just like, by the time that you get it, you might be overpowerful, you might just be super powerful, or you might just be like, you know what, I might as well just wait till I get the next armor piece.
Well, that's what I was saying, right? They need to make the resources, they need to make acquiring the resources a little bit easier. The RNG on getting those resources was kind of bad. Like, I was trying to find, like, for the hunting lodge trophies, quest line, you had to find like a couple robot hearts, a couple different ones, and like I've found myself doing that quest for like an hour and a half, and which was a quest that probably should have taken like 15 or on the quest, right? So, I mean, if they can fix issues like that, and if they can, I would say simplify it a little. There's a lot of mechanics going on also. I think maybe they could simplify it a little bit, but like, all in all, I really feel like they kind of knocked it out of the park. Like I think it's definitely Sony's best exclusive by far. I think, Aloy is an amazing character. I think that world was an amazing world to explore. I think, Ed, we've talked about this before, them, Ed and I are going to do a separate video on this. We're going to try to get some people together to talk about this, but they made a statement about diversity by not making a statement saying, hey, we're including all this, which is, something I think should be done. But like, I think that's just how it should be. I don't think, becoming a white guy, I mean, I just think everybody should just be a good person and accept everybody, whatever.
And I think those issues made the story better than the story that it was trying to portray. I think the diversity that was in the game was the strongest part of his story.
Yeah, and it, like, they didn't even make a big deal about it, which is what I really liked about it. So, yes. I really think, like, this game was really, really powerful, really strong. It's going to sit up there forever, and it's just a shame that this game came out in the same year as Zelda, because, those games, like, the DLC is probably coming out around the same time. These games are just intrinsically linked forever, and it's it's hard to not compare them, because Zelda's amazing. Zelda was a great game. It had a great story. It had great story moments. It had great character building. It had all these amazing things. It had new mechanics. And, Nintendo really knocked it out of the park for creating an open world that was interesting and full of surprises and things to explore. And the shrines were cool. And I still think the Divine Beasts were the weakest part of Zelda, and that's not a bad thing because they were great. But, the moment-to-moment thing, exploring, was the major part of Zelda that really made it great. Whereas, Horizon was trying to tell this story, and it did a story. It's those two games are going to be my 1-2 probably for sure, unless I don't know. I've been playing Hellblade 2. It's really interesting. It's not a. So far, I'm about 2 hours in. It's not a game, but it's doing something really interesting that I think people should check it out. It's not a very long game. I think it's only 6 or 7 hours. I think Jesse said, talking to him. Mm-hmm. But it's a really beautiful game. It's a really cool game. It does something interesting that's not explored a lot in games. But as far as if you're going in looking for some hack and slash action game, it's definitely not that. It's very precise, very everything. It's like everything in the world is there for a reason, and you need to touch it. You need to look at it. You need to listen to it. I've been playing this game with headphones, and the sound in this game. I'm not usually one that I enjoy great sound, but I'm not going to sit there and nitpick a game if something's not, whatever. But the sound in this game is just
complements the game.
Yeah, I think audio is one of those things I don't nitpick if they've got it not exactly right, but when they do get it exactly right, you fucking notice. Dead Space was a great example of that.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it kind of reminds me of Dead Space a little bit. Not
the game
whatever, but I mean, you can hear things behind you. You can the music sets the mood, and I don't really listen to a lot of games in surround sound, but this. You can hear things in front of you, behind you. You can hear it back and to the right. You can hear it move to back left, and it's just it's really interesting what they're doing, and I appreciate them trying something different. And I hope this game funds the DMC sequel.
Yeah. By the way, all your Game of the Year talk doesn't matter because Game of the Year comes out next week on Friday.
For you, it does, not for
everyone, for the world. Game of the Year, done, over.
Meaning that we should be getting our amiibos sometime this week or next week.
Yep, already got mine ordered.
So,
I'm trying.
It's funny that you mentioned sound with that game, because that's kind of almost how handheld games been. If you don't play them with your headphones on, you won't notice.
You're missing something.
Yeah, you won't notice that quality. Because you'll definitely hear a different quality when your headphones are in your 3DS or your handheld.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been playing. I'm trying to get through Hellblade and probably some Uncharted. I'm trying to get through it before Destiny 2 comes out, because probably for the next 2-ish months that game's going to consume my life. I want to play Mario and Rabbids, but when we were on vacation, I ordered it through Amazon and I had it sent to my parents' house while we were on vacation, and it's still there.
Oh, wow.
And I don't... so I have to wait. Until
a lot of people have been loving that game and buying it. So that's
I know Jesse keeps telling us about it in the group chat. And I'm like, shut up. I want to play it.
Speaking of Jesse, what have you been playing this week?
A
tell
game
us about
called Mario Rabbids.
You should tell us all about it.
Sounds like a cool little indie game.
Yeah, it's
wow.
Barely anyone's ever heard of it, but I picked it up. I thought, I'll just give it a shot.
It stars the Minions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Keebler elves. I think.
This is the clan approved version because it has the white version of the Minions.
Wow.
Not the yellow one.
That's the Smurfs, isn't it?
Jesse, you're gonna get a kick out. You're gonna get a kick out of this. So I'm at work today, and the kid, it was just like, "Did you guys have the Mario and Rabbids amiibo?" I'm like, "They didn't make none." At this moment, he's just like, "Oh," he was so disappointed. I was just like, "Trust me, if we had them, I probably would have had them before y'all got a chance to get them."
Well, they have those. They have those little figurines though, like the 3-inch ones are $20 a piece. What the heck? Why are you making $20 figures? What do they do?
They didn't send them nowhere. I have them.
Yeah.
I know you have to buy them through They're available on Amazon, but you have to buy them through the Ubisoft store or Nintendo, I guess.
Well, the least they could do is at least throw an NFC code in it and let it be be able to use it as a amiibo.
Right.
I know they made that giant Yoshi one.
I just like talking about collection figure things for games. I just seen the Titanfall. I think is it the Titanfall 1 where they had like a massive
the giant Titan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the game store, the used game store by me is selling one of those for like
$140.
Oh my gosh, it's more than that. They're trying to sell it for like $200. I'm like, you better come with the game. I'm like,
yeah.
Yoshi?
By me at the retro place that I shop at for like my Nintendo games and stuff. They're selling one, I think, for $150. The statue, the
just like I sent you the NES, Corey. I snagged that one from work and brought it to Larry.
I'm jealous.
You got the NES.
To be fair, though, I traded a copy of Super Metroid for it.
Yes.
So back to Rabbids.
Yep. Tell us all about it. Spoil everything for Corey.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's definitely like I would compare it to Portal where like the humor and stuff is a good part of it, but it's not like overly like, to the point of where it's annoying, kind of like the regular Rabbids games can kind of be. So those can just be a little too much. Some of them aren't bad. I really haven't played many of those, but it's humorous, but it's not like constantly, hitting you in the face with it, and like it's a perfect mix of the perfect mix of humor and gameplay and like the thing that I'm really loving about it is like the battling system is set up really good, but I love on the side, like when you're just walking through the worlds and you're solving puzzles to unlock like the soundtrack audio, like you can unlock the tracks of the music that's in the game, and you can unlock stuff to upgrade your characters, or you can unlock like pictures, like they have concept art and stuff like that you can unlock. So it's kind of like Rayman, like the Legends or whatever, where you can unlock all these cool things, but also upgrade your characters and stuff like that. Oh, nice. And nice. Yeah, and the battling system is set up so like just everything about that game is set up just perfectly, and it's not like it starts out nice and gradual, it's kind of easy in the beginning, and then as you go on, you learn different things that you can do to unlock or uncover secrets in the rest of the world that you already played in. And it's a lot of fun. It's been consuming me since I got it. So,
are they things that you could have actually been doing all along and nobody pointed it out yet, or are they things that like there are abilities that are suddenly active?
There's things that you'll find throughout the map that you'll be like, you'll walk up to it. You can, look at it. You push A by it or whatever, and it will say you don't know how to do this yet. Like it's so you kind of have to learn. You have to, as you go through the storyline,
you have to acquire the skill.
Yeah, the skill. So,
Okay.
so
I
I mean,
the ones where it's an active skill already, and you just don't realize it's there.
Yeah.
I think a prime example of that is always going to be the witness.
Okay.
So, where there's that thing that you can do, you could do it the whole time, but you just didn't realize it until somebody pointed it out and said, "Hey, see that thing? Yeah."
Well, and I think their thought probably behind this is, like I said, like the stuff that you're unlocking is really, it's not like super important to the storyline or your character. It will help you, upgrade certain abilities faster. And like I said, you'll, can listen to whatever track from whatever level if you really want to. But for the most part, it's all just kind of extra stuff that, a lot of it you don't have to get. And like, the things that are more useful are usually something that you can automatically do from the beginning. It's just a matter of figuring out the puzzle to do it, to get it. So, I mean, there's that about it. It's not really, it doesn't really hurt your character to not have it, right away, the ability to figure it out or whatever. Because, like, for the most part, the puzzle part of it is a lot of fun. And where I'm at, I'm just about to start World 3. Some of the puzzles are getting to the point of where I can see them getting pretty difficult and taking a lot of, thinking of what I got to do to try to solve it. So it's definitely not a kid's game.
So does it feel like there's a good balance between the puzzle and the actual action combat?
Oh yeah. It's like as you're progressing to the battlefields, basically, you're kind of solving puzzles to make your way through to get move forward into the story, or to, like I said, unlock certain things that you might want. Like you might want to figure out how to get the mushroom. Like because they have a option of every battle you have what easy mode, which is where you press Y basically and it refills all your health on all your characters. But the regular mode is you can go into battle with the battle wounds from your last battle. And if you didn't get a perfect in your battle, you won't get healed. But if you do get a perfect and you do well in a battle, you will get a little bit of a heal from each battle. But that all depends on how well you did. So there's things like that are kind of neat. And, if you choose to just continue without healing, doing the easy mode and healing your characters, it can be a little bit more tougher. So
okay.
They've got a lot of stuff going on. It's such a great game.
Nice.
It's sad, though. I feel like a lot of young kids can't play this game because it is a strategy games, and they're not at that age of thinking like that just yet.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like I kind of like that Nintendo seems to be making games that kids can watch and play if they really want to, but at the same time, it's like for an adult, it's kind of going back to the early days of, like when Nintendo's games weren't exactly easy.
Well, actually, Ubisoft,
it feels like they remembered who their audience is these days.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's Ubisoft and not so much Nintendo.
Well, I know, but like honestly, it feels like you're playing a Nintendo-made game. It does not. It feels like you're playing a Nintendo game. That like it amazes me how much it feels like a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I don't think that Nintendo would hand them the license and let that game out if it didn't hit certain standards.
Yeah.
If I was a betting man. So.
Yeah.
Jesse, anything else been in your disc tray this week?
The only other thing just for the heck of it. I haven't played it in a while. I put on Sunset Overdrive and was playing that for a little bit.
Nice.
Just some mind-numbing fun.
Oh, it's so fucking funny too.
I
though.
need to work on that game.
God, that game
Trying
is
to build my
fun.
combos up. I think I got at one point I got up to like a 36 or 37 combo and accidentally screwed it up, and then I'm like, damn it, I got to try again.
So, little tidbit of news just to put out there, and I have not checked the schedule to see how long they're running, but GDQ is throwing together an impromptu marathon, and the proceeds are going to the Houston Food Bank to help out with the issues down in Texas. So if you have the time and a couple extra dollars in your pocket, make sure you check that out. That is streaming live on Twitch. I've actually got that running in the background now as we speak. They're presently running Final Fantasy IV, but I will see if I can find the schedule and post that in the show notes as well, so you guys can check all that out on Twitch and keep an eye out for your favorite game and all that fun stuff. But they always do an awesome production. Obviously, given that this has been kind of a
Tragic.
A spur of the moment as the need arose. They are not in their usual hotel setting, but everyone is streaming in from home. So you're going to see a little bit different format this go around for GDQ than what you normally see. But it's definitely something to check out. Anytime they're on, it's always worth checking out and donating a few bucks because they've always got something worthwhile to donate towards. So that's definitely something you guys should scope out. Other news. Eddie, pick a news story. Hit me with something fun.
Oh my goodness! Well, if
on the spot,
if anybody
Deal with
don't
it.
know, me and Larry did a Nintendo a Warp Pipe episode. So the Nindies that came this week showed a lot of promising games. They showed 20 games coming, and then more were shown on Nintendo Life, like 6 more games. And then Oxenfree got announced for Switch. And we didn't nobody know that was being talked about. And then
I wonder if somebody did. I'm almost suspicious if Microsoft knew.
Well, I think wasn't Microsoft the first one to get it, and then is it on PlayStation 4? I don't think it's on PS4.
Because Oxenfree is one of the games with gold this month online.
Oh wow! Well, Oxenfree. Well, Oxenfree,
like, way to undercut that one.
Well, Oxenfree actually came out first. I remember on Xbox One, and it may be on PS4. But it coming to Switch is really cool that that's happening. So, and yeah, there's just still a lot of ton of games being announced. And of course, PAX West has happened. So, of course, our good fellows at Yacht Club has showed off the new, Amiibo for.
Oh my God, the trailer for the new Amiibos was fucking hilarious.
Yes. So, so you guys can check that out. I don't know if they have a release date for that just yet. I haven't got to read the story, but there are pictures of that Amiibo. It's a 3-pack, so it's worth checking out.
Probably coming with the King Knight DLC.
Yes. So,
yeah, I think they said it's. Yeah, what Larry said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that'll be next year because the DLC is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder, are they going to do a definitive version? Like a limited where you get for Switch or Switch Wii U.
Oh, if they release another physical copy as like a special.
Yeah, that's why I said
I
like a limited edition of all 4 Amiibos, the game, soundtrack, extra artwork, like $100 limited edition. I hope limited run games don't sell them, but like if you could go to a store or actually pre-order them at GameStop, I mean, I think that would be cool for Yacht Club to do it.
Yeah.
So, that came out. And then, of course, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Overwatch have a Game of the Year edition. And I seen it come out for Xbox One, but I don't know if it's out for PS4.
A Game of the Year edition?
Yeah, Xbox
because
One,
everything needs a Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, Xbox.
Hold on.
Yeah, Xbox.
You said Overwatch?
Overwatch for Xbox One have a Game of the Year edition. It literally appeared at my job, and I'm like, well, where's the PS4 version? I'm like, really? And they only sent it for Xbox One. I'm like,
hold on.
Oh.
I'm going to look this up because
Well, Corey's looking that up. Jesse, what was your favorite news story of the week?
I have no clue. I haven't really been keeping up too much with any news. I'm trying to think.
Holy crap!
I know the Division is coming out with an update, with a fall update, so more stuff.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that a little bit.
Why hasn't that just died?
Because a lot of people still play it.
But why?
Which is weird because
it's not good.
Well, no, this is the thing about it, is that the Division has been getting more support than Ghost Recon Wildlands. And Wildlands sold more, apparently, or almost the same as the Division. And Wildlands hasn't been updated. It hasn't got no kind of new DLC or anything. I think it may have once or twice after the game came out, but nothing else for that. Well, go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, there's a lot with this, so you want me to start on this?
Go ahead.
Okay, so for the console version of the Game of the Year edition of Overwatch, for Overwatch, download 1, you get 10 standard loot boxes, a collection of random items that can be used to customize your favorite heroes. Loot boxes may include skins, emotes, victory poses, voice line sprays, highlight intros, as well as credits you can use to unlock other customization options. The second download for Overwatch is the Origins skins. Pay homage to the original Overwatch Strike Force. Featured skins of Black Reyes for Reaper and Strike Command Morrison for Soldier 76. Explore the hero's origin, Overgrown Bastion, Security Chief Farah, Slipstream Tracer, and more. If you're playing the console versions, you also get Diablo things for your character in Diablo 3. Slay demonic forces throughout the high heavens and burning hells while donning Mercy's wings. And all of Sanctuary
Murphy's
will
Wings
know.
is going to be an upgrade in Morphe's Law.
And all of Sanctuary will know of your allegiance to Overwatch. Now, if you buy this game on PC, you also get StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, Overwatch-themed decks. World of Warcraft, you get pets and cosmetic items. And Heroes of the Storm, you get the Tracer hero. Pretty much you get all the Overwatch heroes that are available in Heroes of the Storm as free downloads. And obviously you will get the Overwatch full game also. So
well, at least that's included, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, and if you already own the game, all of these packs are free on your platform of choice. So if you already own the game, you get all the stuff for free. But you also paid $60, so you should get it for free. Yeah. So there's that.
Wow.
It's too much crap.
I'm sorry. You asked me what came with the Game of the Year edition. I was telling you.
Oh, no, I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming them for packing in too much crap that is just not necessary because they are apparently desperate to sell it.
I don't know how. They've sold like 40 million copies of that game.
Exactly.
I know.
Well, I just got two last...
No, you know what it is. They want people to play their other games because Diablo 3 is old. Everybody's playing League of Legends or Dota 2 and not Heroes of the Storm. Yeah. And Hearthstone is 3 years old at this point, and Dota's coming out with that card game, and there's just a bunch of other collectible card games now. Gwent, I guess. So Blizzard just wants you to keep playing their games, I guess. So they're going to give you free stuffs when you play other games.
Right.
Here's a question for you. I pitch to all of you. What the fuck does Blizzard have against consoles? Why can I not get Hearthstone on a console anywhere?
Because they make too much money off of PC and mobile.
They could still make that money.
Well, they got more of a bigger community on PC, and
well, of course they do, because the game's not on anything else.
Well, the thing about it is that
put the game on something else, you'll get a community there.
I don't think you would. I think they wouldn't get that same community as they would on their PC. You know, because they have a strong following on PC, and with consoles, it's very iffy. Console owners are not as strong as PC players when it comes to Blizzard's games. You know, Blizzard is guaranteed.
Listen to you over there trying to start fucking race wars.
No, Blizzard. Wow, that's why I love you so much. No, Blizzard has dedicated base that they'll make money. They'll know that they'll sell 5+ million and more, and they'll get their friends and stuff talking about it. Where with console players, it's not that same thing. You don't get that same 5 million plus for a game. You might get maybe 1 million or 2, and half of that is split between 2 consoles. Right at this moment, they're split between 2 consoles. So if they could make that money easier on PC, why bring it to console? Overwatch, and trust me, PlayStation and Xbox is probably more, if combined, Overwatch should have sold more on console or even PlayStation 4 alone than they should have on PC. And also with Overwatch, people still play keyboard and mouse. They don't like using controllers. So Blizzard would have to set their games to controllers, and people who have played Blizzard games be like, I need a keyboard and mouse because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, but what about something like Hearthstone?
Still keyboard and mouse.
Why? For what?
When your game
it's more successful on mobile.
Yeah,
Hearthstone.
Holy shit! Put it on Switch. We've got a touchscreen. Let's go.
It was funny because everybody that's at Activision Blizzard have been walking into their job with Switches, and even their like director was just like, yeah, we got a lot of people who come into work playing Switch and how much they love it. So them exploring ideas or possibilities of bringing their games to Switch, I'm just like, well, Hearthstone will be the only one that you really could bring. You can't bring Overwatch.
You could,
but then everybody's going to expect that Overwatch contain Nintendo characters, and the first one up is going to be Samus. It's going to be Samus. It's going to be Fox McCloud.
Anybody with a gun.
Well, everybody's going to be
Luigi Rabbids now. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Although he's got like a yo-yo thing.
And everybody
it's almost like a yo-yo.
Right, and everybody respect Mario from Sunshine with the water
If
gun.
yo-yos are acceptable, we need to bring in Mike from Star Tropics.
Ooh, that depends. They would have to release Star Tropics. Like,
I am totally down for a new Star Tropics.
I have to watch. I wonder, do they got a history thing about Star Tropics?
There's only 2 games.
Well, you know what? I've never played them. It was just a game that wasn't available in my area, so that's why.
You should. I've still got a copy around here somewhere, and it still has the little paper note that you had to dunk in the water to get the code for the submarine.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, Blizzard just makes too much money off of. They just make too much money off of. That's why Valve, when they brought out their games, they went through EA. Besides,
all right.
Portal 2.
So I'm going to pledge it right now. If they put Hearthstone on Switch, I am going to be spending fucking money on card packs. What about you, Jesse?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about Hearthstone actually.
Okay, think Magic the Gathering, but it's Warcraft.
Oh, okay. I'd probably try that because at
the very least, try it because the game's free.
Yeah,
you can totally get into it without spending a penny.
Yeah, because my friend plays some of those card game type games on Xbox and stuff, and I don't know. I love doing it in person, playing those kind of games. So I think I probably would enjoy it. I just never really gave it a try.
Do yourself a favor, give it a download on at least like your phone or something, just to check it out.
Well, I'll put it. I got a PC tablet that's got like a keyboard and stuff. So
if it's got a touch screen, that's a great way to go.
Yeah, it's a touch screen and a keyboard. So,
yep, that touch screen's going to do you wonders for that. You're going to feel right.
And Microsoft keeps on talking about putting keyboard and mouse on the Xbox.
Yep.
Like, if they did that, I wonder if they would think about bringing some more games, those PC-based games to the console that way. Because if that's all that's
market, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's all that's holding them back, I mean, if Xbox would be the one to get those on Xbox. And they can play it on their PC, and PlayStation still doesn't get them. Well, that still would be good for Microsoft.
Well, yeah. Microsoft is able to unify their whole platform.
Yeah.
So it would be easier for them to do it, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just another reason, in my opinion, for them to go through with it already and just let us be able to have the update so the keyboard and mouse is noticed.
Now, if that happens, then Blizzard could put more of their games exclusively on Xbox.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
PlayStation would be screwed if that happens.
Exactly.
You still got to talk Blizzard into doing it. They still don't seem to want to.
Oh, it won't take long. It literally won't take long. I mean, Activision has Destiny locked, but not so much Blizzard games. If Microsoft reaches out to Blizzard to get some of their PC games exclusively on Xbox One and definitely with OX, that's going to steal the thunder from Sony. Yeah, Sony can have the exclusive to play to Destiny 2. But if all those backwards PC games come to Xbox One console and you can play it on Windows 10, like buy it digitally, that's more money for them. That's straight profit for both companies.
Well, and I honestly think that's why games like Unreal Tournament and stuff aren't coming to Xbox or to consoles, because a lot of those people play with keyboard and mouse. Mm-hmm. And if Xbox got Unreal Tournament on, I think that would be a very big win for them. Stuff like that, a lot of people play stuff, and I used to play that stuff all the time when I played games on PC. I used to play the Unreal Tournament games and stuff like that, but we don't have that stuff really on the Xbox and stuff anymore or anything. So
if Microsoft could lock that down with Bethesda for the new one, and they offer that like a limited edition keyboard and mouse Unreal set, yeah, and like crossplay could be added. If you buy it on digitally, you can play it on Windows 10. Yeah. Bethesda would be stupid not to take that deal.
Yeah.
I know I made mention of it earlier just as I was looking it up. It looks like the run that just finished for the GDQ Harvey event is actually the last one. So I guess you can probably still go out to their website and donate a little extra scratch if you've got it, and I would highly recommend it. But it looks like it was just a 4-day marathon that ended today. So pretty much as we were speaking. But just so that you were all aware, as a small update.
I just got 2 last stories for the episode. It seems that Flight has won the Splatoon 2 for Splatfest over Invisibility. So that's, people who were into that. I think a lot of people were up for Flight than Invisibility. So that's a cool thing. And sadly, Miiverse is about to go away for Wii U. So you can actually go to Game Informer and check out their video for like 34 of the worst Miiverse posts ever. So wasn't that Miiverse post about Metroid? Was that the one that was on it about Samus?
Why can't Metroid crawl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was there. Also,
So,
apparently, the Miiverse community for the fuck was it? I have to go back and double check and find out. But I know that Jim Sterling managed to hijack the Miiverse community for an entire game and turn it into a great big Podtoid thread instead.
wow.
They worked extremely hard at doing that. But it came together nicely.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the news that's for this week.
Did you see Nintendo lost the Wii Remote lawsuit?
But they're going to appeal for it. I think.
Of course they are.
I think that one is like
Well,
patent troll.
Yeah, this isn't the first time that they've lost one like that before. Nope. That's why I was a little iffy about it when it was mentioned. I thought that there is a possibility. I know a lot of people didn't think there was a possibility of it going that way, but just from in the future of them having an issue with that same kind of thing and losing that, I was.
Oh yeah, I mean this shit's happened before, but
yeah,
it's just one of those things to kind of watch as the litigation continues. Like you said, it's going to get appealed and it's going to go on longer, but. There has been a round 1 victory for the opponent. So,
yeah, I wonder. I wonder with the appeal. I wonder how long that's going to take for them to appeal.
Oh, I'm sure it'll take plenty of time, considering that we're talking about a Wii Remote lawsuit that just got a verdict.
I wonder how long they were in, because I don't even remember the case for that.
Mm-hmm. That should tell you something.
So, we literally shall see what happens. But Nintendo,
that should tell you something.
But Nintendo I think, is in good shape for right now. I think they'll win their appeal, and I think they'll probably end up winning the case because, like they said, this company's like a patent troll, and I don't know if their products were even on sale or anything. Or
doesn't matter if they held a patent.
No, is this tied to the whole thing with the Switch too?
No, this one is separate.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Have we heard anything more about that one?
No.
Yet?
Not yet. Not at this moment.
That'll take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably won't go to court to maybe the end of the year or maybe sometime next year because they gotta gather their evidence and for that company to go against Nintendo to like stop them producing the Switch, they're gonna have to really show why it needs to be stopped. And because theirs is only an accessory, it needs another third party equipment to even use their accessory. Where Nintendo have all of theirs, it's all theirs. Everything is all theirs. So that one I think they're going to be safe from because it just seems kind of iffy. Because the judge is going to ask them, well, where is your system to actually use your accessory? Because you have to plug something in that's not actually yours in order to use your accessory. So the judge might question them about that, and they're gonna have to bring that to court and be like, well, how do you play a game with this if you don't have that item that you need to actually play the game in your accessory? Because there's
a lot of that's going to depend on the nature of the patent, though, too.
Yeah.
Even if they have the nature of the patent, they need a third party system to even use that accessory.
Yeah, but if the patent's for the design of the removable controllers, then they don't have to have the system in the middle. That's not what their patent involves.
They're probably would need it to prove. They're going to need that. They're still going to need, because they're going to have to show it in action to see if that stuff that they patent actually works. And how does that relate, and is similar to the Switch?
I would definitely recommend, because it's fascinating stuff, actually. I've done a little digging on it in the past. But do yourself a favor and actually do a little digging on patent law and learn your way around it. You'd be surprised exactly how some of this shakes out and what it is that they actually have to prove.
Yeah, I think there's one. Well, no, he's a copyright lawyer. But I think he talked about patents, and there might be actually a video on YouTube about that.
Oh, I'm sure there's many.
I wonder, why is it when it does come to court?
I don't know.
Shut up. Why patent cases are probably the most recognizable in video games? Because if it's not a copyright or anything, it's mostly about patents.
Well, keep in mind, this is the industry that we pay attention to the most as well.
It is.
So, before we close out, I just want to say as an aside to our wonderful listeners, as we were chatting, I was just checking on a couple of other things. I want to say a huge, huge thank you to everybody. I just saw that we actually just hit the 10,000 download mark for the year cumulative. So it's a delightful milestone to get to hit, and I want to say thank you to everybody that's been listening to our bullshit yammering for the past year and a half now. We greatly appreciate it. We're growing little by little with your support and your help, and we hope to continue to grow and do a little bit more. Corey and I have a couple things that have kind of been hanging out in the wings that we need to hammer back on a little more, because we want to grow and expand and get some new content going out for you guys. But that's not where this conversation was going, though. Namely, though, just a big, huge thank you to everybody that's been coming on board little by little, one by one, checking out the show, finding something you like, and playing catch up and finding out everything else that we're all about. So, thank you guys. We do appreciate it.
Oh, no.
Sappy moment over. So
well, that was quick.
Yep.
That's what she said.
We're not talking about your wife, Corey.
Well, you don't need long if you know what you're doing.
So
it's a speed run.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a different GDQ.
I know nothing about this area.
I hear Corey tried to speed run that and his shit crashed.
Well,
it's because he didn't have
just froze up. He tried to tell his wife, blow on it, it'll work again.
You both are failures at this. Let's get into plugs.
Plugs with a cover system.
To make it work.
Did you say plugs with a cover system?
Yeah.
You know it.
Oh my goodness.
Jesse, I love Mario Rabbids with a cover system.
Jesse.
Who knew
there's
it?
a cover system in there.
Pimp your
I know,
shit
exactly.
with a cover system. Go.
Go ahead, Jesse. Plug.
You can find me on Twitter at sub_humanist, and just Jesse Douglas and Facebook. If you want, you can add me. That's fine. I don't, but usually I'll just be in the NGR community otherwise. So, and that's it for me.
Yeah.
Jesse is more subhuman than subhuman.
It's based off of the punk band Subhumans.
Good sound. I heard some of their music. I was just like, yeah.
They're like Dead Kennedys, kind of that, but they're British.
I can't believe you said that name. I haven't heard that band's name in years.
Well, yeah, Jello is no longer with the band. They still make music, but
oh wow,
I don't know. Some other dude's the head singer now because the whole beef between their band. Jello just goes with a whole bunch of other bands and makes good music.
Hey, I like Jello, buddy.
Speaking of Jello, Corey, did you see the SpaghettiOs Jello thing?
Oh, that is so gross.
Yeah, that was gross. No thanks.
This is like in the 50s and 60s. They basically made everything with Jello.
That is going to be the new official dessert of World 1-1 podcast.
They have
of NGR Radio Network.
They have a cookbook.
Sponsored by SpaghettiO Jello.
They have a cookbook. So.
Corey, you could slip it in visually every once in a while and make people subliminally want to go out and get it.
Like one frame every 3 minutes or something.
Oh,
just slip it
like
in there.
they used to do in the movies. They'd put Coca-Cola, flash it on the screen really quick, and then everyone would be going to get Coke.
Wow. Corey, go ahead.
SpaghettiO Jello.
Plug? Oh boy. Okay, you can find me at CoreyandUHD on Twitter. You can find me at CoreyandHD on Instagram and Twitch. You can find me on NGR Radio every Monday at 10 a.m. POW Block, Arsenal X, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, somewhere in there, 10 a.m.
What's
cool...
that sweet new Twitter handle?
I already said it. Thanks for listening, Larry. Gosh. Nobody ever listens to me.
I heard Corey and HD. I didn't hear that sweet new one.
Corey and UHD.
There you go.
I'm
sorry, I missed it. I was busy thinking about SpaghettiO Jello.
Some
Go
stuff
sit in a corner somewhere.
Some stuff I'm really excited to share with people. Our joint store is going up soon. I've been kind of messing around with some designs, and you can get your World 1-1 podcast shirt sometime soon, as well as our other share. Yeah, you can get a phone protector, a skirt. You wanna buy your wife
a bra for your car?
A skirt with just the World 1-1 podcast logo right there on it.
Dude, can we get World 1-1 podcast kilts?
You want one? Can make it happen.
I've actually got a shirt for work that I need a kilt for. It would look great with a kilt.
Ah, jeez.
Once again, go back to the corner that you need to be in. Continue, Corey, and plug.
But yeah, I'm working on getting like basic stuff up first, like all the show logos first, and then we'll do the inside joke. Like I got a banana Vita shirt, which is really funny, and that's just kind of an inside joke with Matt and Moose on NGR, and got a couple other stuff coming up, so I'm excited.
I'll have to see if I can get you. I've got to talk to a friend of mine that was kind of putzing around with it for a little while before he got busy. I'll have to see if I can maybe get you a mock-up of Fetish Night.
Wow.
That way we can get Fetish Night on a shirt.
Wow. Oh, man. But
taking it back, man. Taking it back, old school.
So that's kind of it. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Check it out.
Yep, we just got the World 1-1 stuff caught back up again on the YouTube channel. We had a couple of minor hiccups with that, but that's all caught up again. So
I'm sorry. It's my fault.
It was only partly your fault. I had some issues on my side too. So,
but yeah.
But it's fixed.
Yay!
We fixed shit. We got it done. What?
Can I wear my hat like this now?
Yes. I demand you do it.
It's just looking at me like he doesn't understand why he's on a show with white people.
And I'm supposed to be the white person of the show.
No, at no point were you ever the white person.
Do you know how sophisticated I talk? I barely get ghetto and hood. I'm suburban. I carry myself.
Yeah, but you have the most Ebonics of anybody on the show, though.
Also true.
You guys can find me
Oh,
on
God,
Twitter.
that's a new show title right there. Ed has the most Ebonics.
No. You guys can find me on Twitter at that retro code. You can hear my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean.com, and check it out also on NGR Radio. I'm getting ready to do the Beauty of Video Games Volume 3. So that will be starting September 10th, that you guys could read the intro. And for those 3 weeks, I will be talking about handheld, PC, and arcade. Got some great guests, who are going to be podcasting with me with these episodes. So you guys will be able to check that out. Really, really proud of the work that I did with this one, and really great discussions that I had with everybody. You can also check out my writing on skirmishfrogs.com called The Moment, where I talk about old retro games and how they apply to my life. You can read Optional Opinion on not on iTunes, on IGN.com under Anime ENIME. You can hear a World 101 podcast on Shout Engine and on NGR Radio, and you can email World 101 podcast at world11@gmail.com. Also, check me out on Nintendo Power Block with Corey, Arsenal X with Corey and with Jesse. Hey, let's pod and play. We'll be making a return back soon. Yes, throwing up that X. Yes. And getting ready to do some other stuff for October with Optional Opinion. Cannot really wait till you guys hear the great stuff that's coming on with that show. So just follow me on Twitter at that retro. And if you guys want to friend me on Xbox One, it's the lyrical one. For PS4 is optional. It's not optional. It's Okamical. OKAMICAL. So, and also join the Arsenal X Facebook page and Nintendo Pop-Out page.
Right on. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up for us.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone for downloading and tuning in this week.
Everybody have a happy Labor Day.
Yep. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, make sure you name it after me.
Unless you're Canadian, then happy Monday.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
So, want to say thank you to Jesse for stopping in and hanging out and putting up with our bullshit this week. And that's it. That's all we got. Guys, go grill, go barbecue, go do festive holiday things.
Yes.
Get the hell out of here. Good night.
And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.